Here's a little video on how I sort my fabrics once they're in these half square triangle units and I want to make them into pinwheels. The fastest, easiest way to kind of make sure you're not having a ton of repeats is I start by stacking each one. These are all the same fabrics that were in that strip piecing set. And then these are all the same fabrics in one set. You'll have 6 of each pile. And so I start with 6 in each pile. And then because you're going to work in increments of 4, you will take 4 from the first row to make a pinwheel. And then you'll take the next 4, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your third block will be these 2 plus those 2. So it's constantly rotating through the scraps. And then once I've made about 3 pinwheels, I kind of shuffle them just a little bit again to make my last blocks. The way I remember where I'm at, whichever pile I need to draw from, I turn at a diagonal like that. So let me just show you. Okay, so when I laid these out, I didn't overthink it. I just tried to make sure I didn't ever have 2 of the same fabric closer than 4 pieces because I knew that I always repeat every 4. So like I have a little bit of those flags here, and so I have them down here. And there's more than 4 fabric piles apart, so I know they'll never be together. But I'm going to start here and I'm going to take 4. So I'm just going to grab it, and the trick with scrappy, I promise you, is to just not overthink it. Now the next time I pull, I'm going to pull from right there. So I'm going to lay these out. And just start by laying them out. Don't worry about anything else. Just get the shape right, which sometimes is a challenge. And then you can decide, like, say you had 2 really dark blues side by side, big pieces, then you might rotate them, and decide I'm going to change the block or whatever. But to me, that looks fine. So I'm going to lay them. And I have a foam core board here. And I'm just stacking them by block on here. You chain piece all together. So I'm gonna lay them here. And then I'm back to drawing 4 more pieces. So I'm gonna start here because this is the pile that's turned. And I'm not worrying, you know how some of them, depending on where they were in the half square triangle, like the light blue piece is bigger here and it's smaller here. I'm not even worrying about that unless when you lay it out in a block, it's like a glaringly obvious, we have 2 really big white pieces or something like that. So I've got my 4. This is going to be the next pile I draw from. And sometimes I might switch them around a little bit, but I just get them first laid out just to kind of see how they're going to look. And that's fine. There are 2, do you see how both of these are dark navy and they're both right there in the middle? Well, so is this one. It's just not quite as dark. So I'm going to switch those. And then I'm just going to roll with it. Because all 3 of these, even if I switched it out for a different one over here, this dark is always going to be in the middle. If I really hated it, I could, draw from one here if I wanted to. But that's part of being scrappy, and you just have to sometimes roll with it. So now here, I'm at my last 2 piles. So I'm going to take 1, 2, and then I'm going to start back again up here. 3, 4, and then this is going to be the pile I draw from next. So if that makes sense to you, I just find if I have a systematic approach, I do so much better with scrappy. I like the way this looks because there's 2 dark right in the center, but they're not right next to each other. So yeah, that's how you're going to do it, and you're just going to stack them away, and it's going to work out perfectly.